your eyes, okay? Now see where my central ray is? Where is it?
Right, the teeth.
Right there, right where that bottom of those top teeth are. Put your back up. Now don't. I'm gonna have to feel you again here. I'm messing with you. They're gonna move all around. This is not easy to hold. Now I'm gonna do this weird drop move that you guys are gonna see me do. Because from this angle, I can't see that his head's totally turned. So what I need to do is not only look from here, just like a chest x-ray, you look from one angle and then you look from the front of the tube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, but I tend to look at mine like right here because I just dropped my legs down. Some people will come back here and take a look, but I don't. I think it's easier to do it my way. You figure out your own way.
If you're skinny.
Well, even if you're larger though, everybody can do this. You aren't in the way of anything.
Watch your
Right?
head.
It's just a mini squat. Got to be able to do a squat though. Okay. Okay, so this is lined up. I'm going top teeth. I'm hitting this mastoid tip. I'm hitting the back of that inion. So what I'm going to tell him is, all right, when I tell you here in a second, I'm going to have you drop your mouth open. You're going to hold your head still, but your jaw is going to drop open. And then I'm going to run back there and shoot. Okay? You can relax for just a second. Now, major component of this. Now, I didn't tell you. After going from that AP to this shot, when I'm out there and I shoot that AP, I'm going to want to change that console. Then, for this shot. Because, and we're just going to do a little exercise here. Okay?
You want to limit the amount of time their mouth is open?
Yep, hold on a second. Okay, 30 seconds. And you guys, oh shit. Don't record that. 30 seconds. You guys will open up your mouth as wide as you can, because that's what I'm going to tell my patient. I want you to open up your mouth as wide as you can. Okay, when I tell you to. Ready? Go. Make sure they don't have gum in their mouths or anything like that, because it makes it very difficult. You're going to be choking on spit. So keep your mouth open. Josh.
I gotta go.
Cheater. That's 13 seconds. Keep it open. Are you wanting not to keep it open?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, isn't it? You're only at 20 seconds. Now some person's dinking around back there at the console, and what's happening to your mouth?
And slowly closing.
Slowly closing. Relax. That's 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Think of how difficult that was.
My jaw cramped.
Okay. So set your console before you come out and do this position so that once you're set and you tell your patient to open their mouth, you can run right out. You're going to take one last gander at them. Why do I want to take one last look?
You see them move.
Yeah, because I guarantee you walk out, what are they going to do?
Move.
They're going to move or shut their mouth. Okay? If they do, don't assume that if you just say, hey, open up your mouth again, that they're good. You're going to have to come back out here and reposition. Because what happens when you ask people just to open up their mouth? What do?
Move their head,
They do like that, right? So the front of their head goes up. They open their mouth. So usually what I say is, once I line them up, I'm going to line you up and touch your head here again. I'm going to line you up. So top front teeth, mastoid tip, inion, line them up. How I want them to make sure that they're unlined. And now I'm going to say, all right, I want you just to drop your jaw. Notice I'm holding his forehead. Drop your jaw open wide. Good, right there. Hold it just like that. Now I'm going to run out, shut the door. I'm going to take one more look. Good. Beep. Shoot it. You okay? You can relax. So it only takes, by the time you have them drop that, maybe 5 seconds. Tops. Question on that?
Technique?
What do you think?
75 at 6, 7.
Works. 75, 6, or 7. Here you go. Now. So I know some of you aren't understanding what the teeter-totter means. Here's my patient. Right? It's Josh.
gosh.
Inion's here. Inion's here. Mouth is here. Here's their ear. Here's mastoid tip. I'm gonna have them smile. What do I want to line up?
So
Bottom of the teeth.
top
Top teeth.
Right here. To
Mastoid tip.
mastoid tip to inion. So in which direction right now do I need to move this guy's head?
Back.
Right now I need to tilt it up, right? Okay, so that's tilted up. Now, what happens if they come to you and they look like,
Ooh.
they do this? Mouth is open right now.
Tilt it down.
Here's mastoid tip.
Oh, I got the teeter-totter.
Now they gotta do what? You see that teeter-totter? Here's that teeter-totter and here's that little midpoint. You guys see it? This is the dens right here. Actually sticks up right next to that mastoid tip. It's a teeter-totter. Now occasionally you're gonna get them perfectly lined up. You're gonna get them perfectly lined up like this, right? Where everything is perfect. And unfortunately, it's gonna be perfectly aligned, and you're gonna get what?
Superimposition.
It's still gonna be superimposition sometimes. If that's the case, instead of now you can reposition this, make the teeter-totter work for you. So I could do what? If I take this first shot exactly like this, I got it perfectly lined.
Tip shot.
But this is what happens. I got the back of their head. So here's the dens like this, right? Looks like this, but then the back of their head's here, and here's the front of their teeth.
Tip shot.
Personally, I'm going to go straight to a tip shot. Could I reposition this, though, and take another one of these to try to get it? Think about a teeter-totter. Okay, so if I took this shot and they're perfectly aligned just because of body habitus, what then if I tilted their chin, tilted their forehead up and brought their head back down this way?
Should clear it.
So here's the back of their head, here's their ear, there's their dens, here's the tap of their teeth. Now, the back of their head will go over what? That's not dens. What are those? Zygapophyseal joint spaces, right? That's going to go right through zygapophyseal joint spaces. But where will my teeth be?
Up high.
Up above. So my teeth will be up here. But that's my second shot. So could I throw in both of those shots and call it good?
Yes.
Yes, because I showed this on one and then I just showed that on the other, didn't I? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, if my first image looks like this, in the back of the head there, what image could I do if I didn't feel like repositioning this shit and I just want to go to a separate image and take one shot?
Tip shot.
I'm going to take a tip shot. And what it will show you is this. Can I erase this part?
Is this part of the sequence?
Yeah, it's part of a sequence. What it's going to show you is man in the window. And your collimation will look like this. This is their head. So imagine their head. Here's their eyes, nose kind of like that. But you don't see this part. It's not on your image. All you're going to see on your image is this. This is the bottom of the chin. So if you're looking at me like this and I raise my chin up like this, does it look like a mountain? Because normally you're used to seeing a chin like this, right, down. But if I raise my chin up, what happens?
It makes like
You see it like a mountain, don't you? This portion here is the back of my head. So you're gonna see a valley, and you're gonna see a mountain, and you're gonna see a window with a person in it. That's their head.
Is this the Fuchs method?
This is the Fuchs.
Fuchs.
Looks like folks. It's not. Erase that. Okay? We get that wrong all the time in class. But they call it a Fuchs, but they won't call it a Fuchs out at your site. They will never call it a Fuchs out at your site. It will be known as a Fuchs on your ARRT. It's F-U-C-H. 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 Now, this hole that you're seeing this in is the foramen magnum in your skull. That's the hole that your spinal cord goes up in the middle of your skull. You actually will see that as a big circle, like a window, with the dens sticking right up through it. It's like a
It is
little
a beautiful
diamond
shot.
hanging out there in his house, in the middle of the mountain, with the valley below. Okay? All right, so let's get to that. Oh, how far have I gotten? Where to get to? I got the dens, right?
Mhm.
Does everybody understand the dens and how that works like a teeter-totter? Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. So, if I want to do an open mouth, and this is, or excuse me, not an open mouth, a tip shot. Let's say I got the top of the teeth are right in the middle of that dens, right in the middle of that odontoid. I'm like, I don't feel like repositioning. I'm just going to throw a tip shot in, throw both shots in, and you have to throw both shots in because you got to show those zygopops and joint spaces. So if I go right to a tip shot, we're going to call it good. So, tip shots are a little different. Your book has a little differentiation than what I'm going to teach you. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little tech trick. So your book says that your central ray should line up with your MML. Your MML is your mentomeatal line. So what's your meatus?
Your ear.
My ear hole?
Your ear hole. That's the hole right here in your ear. For head work, we have all these imaginary lines. Whole shit pile of them. So mentomeatal line now is from the tip of your mentum, that's the candy too, whatever that is, Mentos,
Oh yeah.
right? Not the same thing here. Tip of your mentum, which is your chin, your mental point. Imagine an imaginary line from here to your ear. I like to use it like a phone call, right? That's this line right here. It's a phone call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line him up so that MML is perp to my board. So imaginary line from his mentum to his middle of his ear is right here. That's his phone call. So I'm going to tip your chin up, stop. Right there. Now I look at this. That imaginary line between the two is perp to my board. Y'all see that, right?
Mhm.
Okay. That's perp to my board. Now your book says if you go parallel to that, if you have your mental, just so you hear more, if you have your mentomeatal line lined up perp to your board, your central ray should come right in 2 inches below that in that little soft gullety spot. I don't know what you call that. What do you call it on chickens? Turkeys.
The
Gobblers.
Gobbler.
What do you call it?
Giblets.
No, I don't think the
What
giblet.
you nuts at?
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. I think it's only
It's a little low.
Peter Griffin's right here. I don't think that most people's are. But I don't know what this is called, but it's that little soft gullety spot that you have right here, 2 inches down from your mentum, right here, okay? Now notice that line, your central ray now, is parallel with the MML, isn't it? It's parallel. This is what your book tells you. And is that okay? Absolutely. But as a tech, I'm going to do a little tech trick here, and I'm going to throw 5-10 degrees on that cephalic. still enter in the same spot. I'm not going to be totally parallel to that line, but I'm going to add 5-10 degrees. And don't forget to
With your bucket.
don't forget to do that to your.
So everything is the same other than the ankle and the tube.
Everything is the same other than and that's the very last thing I do.
Okay.
And make sure it's still central A, still same spot.
Where
Okay.
do you add the swimmers then? Because you said you didn't add that when you
Haven't yet. I showed you how to do it.